Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Kristen. Happy Sunday, my friend. We are here this evening to do some new moon readings. Quincy is here saying hi. Of course, wouldn't be right if Quincy wasn't here saying hi. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Ivana. Hi, Akila. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend, or you had a good weekend. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Hershey. I haven't got my cards out. Okay, Quincy, find a spot. Sit down. Yeah, find a spot. Sit down. Good boy. Yes, good boy. So how are you guys doing? Everybody's doing okay? Everybody's having a good weekend? Oh, snap. Just getting my cards ready. Don't mind me. We're going to do some new moon readings this evening. We're going to talk a little bit about the new moon. Oh, you've been sick? Uh-oh. I'm sorry that you've been sick. I hope that you're feeling better. Keila says, doing great. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. I'm happy that you're doing well, too. I'm going to get this. So I just want to mention that I have a new channel. I'm going to put the link, if I can find it, because I have so many sticky notes. Good grief. That's the sticky note I want. I think this is it. So basically, it's for the zodiac. So if you guys are interested in the zodiacs, this is where you should go. I think. Let me check it out. First of all, let me check it out. Bear with me for a second, guys. Doesn't get zodiac tarot. Go here. All right. Can you just, hey? Can you just stop for just a second? Quincy, my darling boy. Okay, so here is my link for my new channel for anyone who's interested. I would appreciate the support. It's all about the zodiacs. They are week ahead readings for next week are posted up already. And here we are tonight, friends. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Scorpio Mama. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss saying hi to anyone. Okay, so we are here to talk about the new moon, friends. Friends. The new moon. So the new moon is in Scorpio. And as we all know, Scorpios are, hi Fleck, are all about transformation. They are water signs. So emotions could be a little on the intense side. The reason for that is due to the energy still from the eclipse that we just went through not too long ago. So as always, I've done some research, and here's what I found out about the new moon. Okay. The new moon in Scorpio is on the 13th of November, of course, depending on where you are in the world. That the energy may still be intense for some of us due to the lunar eclipse that we just had at the end of October. This is going to be a time of intense emotional transformation. The sign of Scorpio helps us to understand our hidden truths. our unconscious patterns, our desires, you know, the things in our heart that we don't often say, right? This new moon is going to help us plant some seeds of intention for new beginnings for the future. This new moon is going to help us define the truth that we want to live in. Which I don't know about you, but that's a beautiful thing. So it is a time to express what we need, what we desire, what we're ready for, and what we want to bring towards us. It's a time to listen to the truth in terms of our intuition. The sign of Scorpio heightens both our emotional and our intuitive knowing in this new moon, which will be, in essence, sort of handing us keys to craft new vision for the future. So not only is the energy intense, but it feels like a very transformative time, like profound transformational time, right? Like this is a big one. So just really quickly, what can we do in terms of like rituals for a new moon? What should you be doing on a new moon? Well, first of all, you need to be checking in with yourself, right? This is all about a time of self-reflection. Thinking about, what you want, where you've been, what you still want to do, all that kind of stuff. So journaling, meditation, however way self-reflection happens for you. Maybe it's in the bathtub. I don't know. Self-reflection, right? Then you're going to meditate and try to center yourself, right? Ground yourself. Once you do that, you're going to set your intentions. Now, you can set your intentions any way that speaks to you, whether you write them down, whether you meditate on them, whether you release them out into the universe, right? However you want to set your intentions, that's what you should do. But when you set your intentions, remember to always be positive in the actual writing of the intention or the speaking of the intention. And also remember to not give yourself a timeline in those intentions, i.e., I want to lose 60 pounds in 3 months, right? You want to leave your intentions open so that you allow yourself time to get there, right? You're leaving yourself sort of like a positive roadmap, if you will. So we have self-reflected, we have grounded ourselves, we have recorded our intentions, set our intentions, then we release our intentions out into the universe, speak them into his existence, basically. And now we want to take inspired action. That's where I come in with the cards. Well, Spirit comes in with the cards. This is sort of like the map of how we're going to take those inspired actions. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, Spirit's going to cooperate with me. Right? So, you let me know if you want a reading. I've got a bunch of cards out here. And of course, Quincy is here to help us. Now, every day is a great day to set intentions. Every day is a great day to check in with yourself and do that self-reflection. Every day is a great idea to meditate and to ground. But the energy is just a little bit more intensified right now. So remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. YouTube, don't come for me. And absolutely, I've got Ivana and Jessica Lynn and Lisa Foster. If I told you guys how many readings I have done this weekend, like recorded readings, wowzers. But I just had the best little bit of time. So my husband was fixing the the cat condo things, the cat trees, how the cats are constantly sharpening their nails on the rope, and so some of it falls off anyway. So he was fixing that, and for whatever reason Rosa got really, really scared by that. She cuddled up next to me, and I almost fell asleep. It's like those unexpected moments of joy that you can't even sort of explain. I was just so warm and instantly felt like relaxed because she was in my arms, and it was a beautiful thing. And so if I look a little like it's because I was literally almost asleep thanks to Rosie being so sweet and comfortable. I've got you, Kristen. Hi, Liz. Hi, Rossi. I got you, Nancy. I got Scorpio Mama. Hi, Thomas. How you doing? Good to see you. I got Akila. Whoops. I starred. And I starred 2 wrong comments. It keeps jumping up. That's not what I wanted to do. My cats love them too. I'm trying to get Akila. There we go. Liz. Yeah. Okay. And Rossi. So that's 10. Okay, so we're going to stop there. I'm going to stop there, and we'll see how we fare out, okay? Hi, Kelly. So while I have you all here, and again, forgive me if I've said this ad nauseum, but there are some new people in the chat. Thank you to all the kind, lovely, wonderful, amazing, supportive comments and kind messages that I have received from all of my subscribers. So many people have reached out and wished congratulations and said such wonderful things about the channel's 2-year anniversary. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This doesn't work without you, and I'm so appreciative and so grateful for everything that we have accomplished here together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you know how much what we have done here means to me. And I can't wait to see what happens in the future, where we go from here. Thanks, Liz. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, I decided to put in an effort. Listen, it's wintertime, so it's cooler, so I can put my lion's mane down and still maintain some kind of comfortable. When it's hot, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too hot. All right, here we go. We're going to put Ivana up first. These are in no particular order, you guys. I'm just going to go with it how I feel. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Ivana, my darling, here we go. And 2 cards flip over inside the deck. Gotta love it when that happens. You got another 2 cards flip over inside the next deck. We'll just pull a couple of tarot cards for you. Hi, Linda. Whoa. Oh, mercy. You got some energized cards here this evening, Ivana. Okay. So, first card out from the tarot, we've got the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Cups. In the challenge position, you have the Nine of Wands. You've got the Ace of Wands as your outcome card. And you've got the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So you've got lots of like new sort of ideas floating around, lots of opportunities. It's sort of like, you know, lots of things happening. But at the same time, you sort of feel like you're over it. Like, I just can't. Like, I just can't. You know what I mean? You've got the Nine of Wands in your challenge position. So, you know, you've been working really, really hard, and I feel like you are resilient, but you're a little bit resistant at the same time, right? So it's kind of like that like almost like the yin and the yang of the situation. It's like, I want it, but like, oh my God, it's so much work and I don't know. You know what I mean? It feels kind of like that kind of energy. So I pulled some oracle cards, and we've got Lighten Your Load. We've got Boundaries again showing up for you. Now we've got this card here. Don't let pride get in your way. Ooh, Quincy likes this card. You like that one? Oh, you're so cute. So, you know, I don't think that, like, when I see that card, I don't think of like pride meaning like, you know, I'm too good for that. I don't think it's that. I think it's more like a preconceived notion of what we think, or a predetermined goal or predetermined end game, if you know what I mean, right? So when we set our sights on that goal, sometimes we don't see all the things around it, if that makes sense. And so I want you to really tap into that self-reflection, right? To really think about what it is that you want, what it is that's going to make you happy. And remember to keep those boundaries up around yourself to protect your energy. You want to keep those ideas flowing, right? You want to keep that energy sort of up, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself with, like, I've got to have my hand in all of these cookie jars all at once, or it's not going to work. Like, I want you to sort of like tone that down a little bit for yourself. Remain resilient, right? Keep your boundaries up, but try not to resist what the universe hands you, I guess, is sort of what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I missed what's going on with Sharon. Hi, Teresa. Oh, Sharon, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about your brother-in-law. We send you our love and our best wishes and blessings. And of course, keep him in our prayers. I'm so sorry to hear that, love. So Yvonne, I hope that helps, my friend. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, this didn't come up in the cards, but I also want to say, you know, it's okay to have a little bit of fun every once in a while, right? With that lighten your load. You don't have to carry such a heavy, like, you don't have to do everything. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Okay, so that's Ivana. Let us go to Aquila. Like I said, these are in no particular order. I'm just sort of randomly picking, right? I thank everyone for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, do all those YouTube things, that are so important. Oh, thanks, Ivana. Okay, Aquila. You guys, well, I have you all here. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing like an Achieving Wellness segment. So I hope you guys can tune in for that. We're going to be doing, are you ready for it? Struggling or surrendering. I'm going to have a chat, maybe do some readings. Tune in. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Let's pull one of these. Yes, Wednesday. Whoa. Wednesday at 8. Well, you can always watch it on replay, my love. But hopefully you can make it. And let's just hope that you have a fabulous time in Italy. That sounds fabulous. Yep, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hi, Linda, if I didn't say hi already. At 8. See, now when I know that you guys can't probably see this. If I straighten the deck out, you can. When you get a card that goes like that, can you see that? When it literally lands like that in the deck. It's saying, pick me, pick me. All right. Aquila, we start out with the Ace of Cups. All in our feels. I want to say this could be like a new person coming into your life. So you've met a new friend, a romantic connection, just someone who really you feel like gets you, right? You could be getting like a new home or a new car or a new job, something like that. It also can be your sort of spiritual, psychic abilities sort of leveling up, okay? You've got the 10 of Swords next to that. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stress. The good news is it's a 10. I mean, it's the end of a cycle. So it's the end of a situation that brought great amounts of loss, sadness, stress, anxiety, right? It's going to feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders. You've got the Queen of Wands in your challenge position. What's interesting about the Queen of Wands is, like I'm a Queen of Wands, right? I like to shine my light as bright as I can. And what makes me happy is when someone else shines their light because they saw me shining my light. That makes me so joyful, right? The challenge is going to be to sort of stay in that light, right? To stay upright, sort of on your throne, being that sort of force of nature, right? Now, what's interesting is that your outcome card is the 7 of Wands. So slightly feeling a bit challenged. You may feel like you need to stand up for yourself, or maybe like you're not being heard, right? You may feel like you are, like it's kind of coming at you from everywhere. So this is about like thinking before reacting, right? Being proactive, not reactive. I don't think it's like in an argumentative way. I just mean, just because you're so busy, you're trying to be all things to all people, and so sometimes that kind of schedule can make us feel like depleted really quickly, right? So you want to do things like self-care and looking after yourself to keep your vibration up, keep yourself happy, right? Keep yourself nourished is what I want to say. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so that's how you're feeling sort of like right now. You are like you are determined to get the job done, right? You will sort of like you're very driven. You want to do a good job. You're going after the goals, but you're very focused. But if someone sort of gets in your way, you might feel a little bit like sensitive or defensive about it. Be like, excuse me, right? So these two cards are kind of going hand in hand in terms of that kind of like, ooh, ouch, that might hurt a little bit. So remembering that this Queen of Wands is truly the challenge. If you can stay in the light, in the gratitude, in the sort of heart-centered compassion, higher vibrational state, then these two things are not going to be a problem for you. Okay, now we've got two oracle cards that I pulled. They go hand in hand. We've got talk less and feel more. So take it in, see how you feel, right? Count to 10, count to 100, whatever you need to do, and then verbal, right? Now, I love this because this ties into this Queen of Wands so beautifully, right? This is Moon and Leo heroism, or heroism, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Let your inner hero out. Show everyone why you are the Queen of Wands, right? Shine your light. Lead by example. So I hope that helps. That's what I've got for you. I kind of dig that one. Hi, Pierrette. How you doing, love? Welcome, my friend. All right. So, okay, we're going to go to... Miss Nancy Riker. Yes. I love it. Thanks, Tequila. Thank you, Kristen. Yes, it is very empowering, right? Okay, Miss Nancy Riker is on deck for a reading. What does Nancy need to know, Spirit? Can I just tell you guys that I bought this outfit, like this is like a tracksuit that I'm wearing, right? It's not an outfit, it's a tracksuit. And, you know, matching top and pants. And I know where the pants have been. I have been looking for this sweatshirt for like 2 months. Could not find it. I've been through the laundry. I've been through the closets. I've been back through the laundry, back through the closets, all through the dresser drawers. And I'm like, somebody has, you know, taken off with my sweatshirt. And I am weird with my clothes, just like I am with my cards. All the colors got to match, and I just can't. I can't wear these pants without this top. I know that sounds weird, but there you have it. And anyway, I found the sweatshirt today, so I had to put the tracksuit on. I was very pleased. And it's weird because I wouldn't normally wear a color like this at all, but I kind of dig it. So comfortable. You're so funny. Of course, Fleck. Of course, my friend. All right, we're going to do the One World Tarot from Miss Nancy Riker. I'm just going to warn you guys now that while you're watching the daily readings, the Sunday Oracle message, or if you're watching the Dozen Cat Zodiac Tarot messages, I'm just going to tell you right now that I don't know what got into me over the weekend, but I was very goofy in like not all full out goofy, but like I was bouncing all around. And I own it in the readings. I'm just telling you in advance that if you're watching them and think, what in the heck is happening to Kelly? I was just, goofy. Just goofy. All right. So what is Pierrette saying? Hey, Chad, I saw on a license plate 777. Then a squirrel crossing on the electric wires. Then an old road going home. The license plate was 777. Any clues what it meant? Well, we need to find out what 777 means to know what all that means. And if Nancy doesn't mind, please pause. Sit in here. You know what? Okay. I just want to show you guys this, okay? This is how many cards are in this box that I just stuck my hand in, and look at the card that I cut the deck at. Like, that is no joke. That's crazy. 777 means luck, manifesting goals, looking forward with excitement. The fact that you've seen it twice, and there's something about the squirrel and the speed of the squirrel, right? The squirrel meaning going squirrely, chaotic, all over the place, right? Squirrels are like up, down, sideways, all, running around the tree. So if you're trying to, I would think that it means that if you are, like, I don't mean stop trying so hard, but stop trying so hard. You know what I mean? Like you can slow the wheel down just a little bit and chill out and relax, right? Go squirrely in like the goofy way that I was just saying, right? Like let your hair down a little bit. Everything doesn't have to be so planned and so serious and so cut and dry. Allow yourself a little bit of space, right? And definitely what Rossi said, trust in the divine. I love it. Hi, Rose Blue. Hi, Teresa Balthazar. How are you? Okay. Miss Nancy. Wowzers, my friend. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Okay. We've got the Ten of Swords. That's the energy coming into this reading. Okay. Stress, anxiety, as we were saying before, but this stress, because it's a 10 and it's coming in from the past, this means that you have done some work and that the cycle is ending. That's the good news. Okay. We have that confirmed with the Death card. Okay. Transformation, rebirth, new things starting. In the challenge position, you've got the Knight of Swords. Okay. So as I said before, the Knight of Swords is about, going after something, being very determined, being very focused, but a little bit sort of on edge, possibly a little bit defensive. You know, if someone tells you no, you can't, or ask, or like, you know, sort of like questions like, why are you doing it that way? Why now? That kind of thing. That's going to be your challenge, is to deal with that. Okay. And I think the reason why that's coming out in your challenge position is because you've got the Chariot card as your outcome. So the Chariot is about going quickly, right? Speed, moving fast. It can be about travel. It's about blending energies together. It's about willpower. And so I think what this reading is saying to you is to be patient, right? To continue to work hard to get through this, because even though you may still feel like you're right in the middle of it, right in the throes of it, you are on your way out of it. But you might not be able to see it for what it is. So if someone gets in your way, you may feel like they're trying to distract you or deter you, right? And that's not what this is, right? Now, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess. So this is like a leveling up type of exercise, right? A moment for you. This is like an enlightening moment. This is, you know, attuning to the divine, if you will. So pay attention to your intuition, you know, pay attention to your guides, synchronicities, all of those things, because I feel like you are being like protected, watched, and sort of given all of the messages that you need to be given in this time so you can navigate. Now, what's lovely is your oracle card here that says embrace the flow of life. I just think it's beautiful, right? Like, you've got the phoenix rising above here with the Ten of Swords and the water behind the flow, right? You've got the horse and the death card. You've got the horse and the Knight of Swords. And in this particular deck, you've got horses carrying the chariot, going with the flow. Everything here is flowing. So embracing the flow of life. We may not know all the answers. We may not know the direction that we're going. But if you have done the work and you have done your part, tomorrow's a great time to set an intention and release that out into the universe, that like you're putting your faith in the universe. I've done my part, right? The last card that I have for you is protection. I don't think that this is, and it can be, of course it can be, about putting boundaries around yourself and protecting yourself, you know, white light bubble, that whole bit, carrying a crystal with you wherever you go, that kind of thing. I think this is more about remembering that you are protected by the universe, by spirit, by your guides, your team, your angels, right? Like, as a reminder that you're not on this path by yourself. You're, you know, they didn't just like set you off and with a map that, like, you know, ended and you were like, oh, now I'm totally lost. I don't have a GPS. Where the heck do I go? You're protected. So that's what I got for you. I hope that helps. Hope it resonates. Hi, Jess. And I thank you for asking the question. Hi, Clarence. How you doing, love? I hope I haven't missed anybody. Okay. Nancy. Miss Fleck. Sorry, I picked Miss Fleck, and I'm not trying to be smart, but I did say that the questions are closed. I still have you start. So we're going to go with Rossi first, and then I'll get you in there, Fleck. You know I will. No, I haven't forgotten you, Liz. You're in there. You need to be patient. All right, Rossi. You're very welcome, Nancy. Love that card for you, Nancy. Or Rossi, sorry. I've literally got like 4 names in my head all at once, and I'm listening. Mark is standing on the other side of this wall doing laundry, and so the dog is at the doorway there at the gate crying. Like we've left her alone in the house with no food. Literally, she can see him from where she's standing. Like, can look right at him. And she's still not happy. Oh. All right. We'll use the Light Seer Tarot for Miss Rossi. No. I'll get you, Fleck. Don't worry. Not to worry, darling. All right. So I have a wonderful thing that I am planning for the month of December. I'm not telling anybody what it is, but stay tuned is what I'm saying to you. Because I think it's going to be super. I think it's going to be fun. It's not a one-time thing. I will give you that hint. It's not a one-time thing. It's going to be great. See, now I said that and 3 cards come out. Gotta love it. It's going to be great. Yes, totally spoiled rotten, Lisa. Absolutely spoiled rotten. Okay. Rossi, love this for you. Okay, we've got the Magician. Okay, so the Magician is a couple of things. It's magic. It's, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, legitimately. Or it's manifesting your dreams into reality. This is about manifesting your dreams into reality, right? You use the resources that you have. That's what the Magician has in the traditional tarot. He's got all of the symbols of tarot, meaning the suits, on the card, right? He's got all of those resources at his disposal, and he uses those resources to create magic, to manifest his dreams into reality. We've got the Two of Pentacles coming up next. This is about balance and prioritization. Now, sometimes it can mean that, you may be feeling like you've got too many balls in the air, right? Too many things are going on. I'm not really vibing that. I'm just being honest. I get more prioritization than I get about like feeling like out of sync. I feel like if we just take our things to do list and one at a time and be realistic in terms of our expectations, that will help us, right? Now we've got the Six of Pentacles in the challenge position, and it's always interesting to me when the Six of Pentacles is in the challenge position, just from the standpoint of what the Six of Pentacles means. So the Six of Pentacles is, oh, did you really? I love that, Kristen. Yes, girlfriend, I love it. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, right? It's about generosity. Really, it's about gratitude, blessings, and, compassion, kindness, that kind of thing. So if we are not like vibing high, positive kind of frequency, right? If we're just like, oh my God, whatever, like just whatever. And listen, I'm not asking you to own it. We all do it. We've all had that moment where we're just over it. I just don't like, ugh, I just don't want it anymore, right? Just negative, bad stuff. 2 steps forward, 18 backwards. That's what it feels like. Got cement shoes on, can't go nowhere. I'm stuck all the time. After a while, even though we think we're trying to course correct and, go more positive, sometimes it's not really effective. So that's when we need to, volunteer, help a neighbor with their groceries, walk their dog, that kind of vibe. Like, we've really got to put this into perspective, sometimes to remind ourselves, but sometimes just to let the universe know, I know what this is, right? To get ourselves sort of out of that, well, I'm trying, but nothing's working kind of attitude. And I'm not saying that that's what you're having, but I have to be honest, that's kind of what I'm vibing, right? Now we've got the King of Pentacles here at the bottom, or as the outcome card, and this is lovely energy. This is the person that is loving and kind and like great leader kind of feeling, and they want to create this solid foundation, right? They want their family, their people that they care about to be safe and secure. And so what I feel like is that, like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you to like do a certain thing or be a certain way or something like that. But like, nobody asked you what you wanted. There's just like this list of expectations and responsibility that Rossi has to do. And Rossi's just like, yep, I did that. Yep, did that. Yep, did that. Yep, did that. Yep, did that. And at the end of the day, there's no room for what Rossi wants. I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I got. Now on the bottom of the deck, it's time for rebirth, leveling up. This is time to end this cycle and start anew, right? This is no joke. Check this out. This is the very first card that I pulled. Fertility. Rebirth. Right? New, 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 new. Time for new. Possibilities, opportunities, manifesting your reality, right? Rebirth. Then I pulled another oracle card, and this is what I got. Sun in Leo and joy. And it's really difficult to read this one up at the top. It says time for celebrating and success. Bringing us back to this Six of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles. You have absolutely everything that you need if we can take ourselves out of that sort of mindset that nothing is going right. This is about like sort of like most benevolent outcome kind of vibe, right? But this is I got this. I believe that everything is going to be okay. Not because it has to be okay, but because everything is fine now. If that makes sense. I believe that you're leveling up in some way. There is a significant change happening, and I just don't think that you actually are aware of it. And it feels like it will be revealed to you once you start to manifest and prioritize what it is that Rossi really, really wants and needs. That's what I've got. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. I need a sip. Okay. I see a whole bunch of stuff going on in the chat. It's really, really hard for me to like read and keep up. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So Rose and Fleck are talking. Okay. That's really, really super cool, Kirsten. I love that. Or Kristen, I should say. Thank you, Teresa. All right, so we are going to go to the board. And so now we have Jessica, Lisa, Kristen, Scorpio, Liz, and let's go with Miss Lisa Foster. I'm sorry, I need a cigarette. It does? Okay, great. Thank you, Rossi. I think that spirit should come with a dictionary. Or like, Grammarly. Grammarly, spiritual Grammarly. That's what I think it should come with. Because, you get these things and you're like, okay, now articulate it. Do you know what I mean? Just go, Kelly. All right. Hi, Becky D. Okay. Miss Lisa. 100% what Becky D said. Remember that putting boundaries up to protect yourself from toxic relationships, toxic situations, those boundaries aren't about other people. They are about you. They are to protect you, to keep your energy high. And when it gets to the point where you recognize that it is no longer a viable option, like I can't be in the same room as that person, right? Then you have to do whatever is necessary to move them out of your space, whatever that means for you. If that means cutting the cords, that means, I lost your number. Sorry, I haven't called you in 8 years. Whatever that means for you, right? Say something, don't say something, walk away, don't walk away. But you have to do something to protect yourself because your energy is important, right? It's not about making it okay for the other person. It's about making it okay for you. Oh, I love this for you, Lisa. Love it. So far, it's great. So far, it's great. Okay. All right. Stop screaming at me. Do you see that? So 2 cards just pulled out. Let's see if if Christine can do that again. She can pull the same cards. I love it. Beautiful. Okay. So, hi Pisces greeter. Wow. Like the picture. That's pretty. Hugs, my friend. That's why I don't have a lot of people in my life, right? We've started out with the 2 of Cups, my friend. The 2 of Cups. Now, we just literally read that you wrote. So it would be foolish of me to say whether this is a relationship. One might think. But relationships come in all different shapes and sizes, right? This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It's just a relationship. It could be someone at the store, it could be one of your clients, maybe a family member, but it could be a relationship that just, you know what I mean? Like no matter it, like it's great and then it's horrible and then it's like somewhere in between, but then you pick up the phone and it's like no time. You know what I mean? It's just one of those kind of relationships that you can't ever seem to catch up to. It's like you can't quite put your finger on it. Like that's what I'm feeling. This relationship, I feel, makes you feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even, who am I? What do I like? What am I all about? You're wanting a relationship? Okay. there's, I don't know, I feel very strongly that there is a relationship around you right now, family, friends, your client, somebody. There is someone in your life that makes you almost like question who you are on the inside whenever you like are around them or whenever like you talk to them, right? But this is what I'm getting. We have the Four of Swords next to that, okay? The Four of Swords is about meditation. It's about contemplation. It's about, rejuvenating. It's that time that we take to do that self-reflection, to think, to get clarity, to get focus, right? To sort of recharge ourselves. We're getting insights from that clarity and that focus that will help us as we navigate the path. We've got the Seven of Pentacles showing up in the challenge position. And the Seven of Pentacles is, it's about assessment and investment. And so there's patience that are required, right? So you're not getting to wherever you want to go fast enough. Like you want it done. You want it to happen right there. You want all the answers now. You don't want to wait. I mean, hello, that's like for everybody, right? So the challenge for you is patience, right? To constantly sort of step back and sort of like survey the surroundings and go, yeah, okay, this is good. And then celebrate that level, right? Before you get back to work and then step back and assess it again, right? I think if you just kind of keep assessing and going like, oh, it's not there yet. Oh, come on. Then sometimes it feels like it's not working, and that's very depleting. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not. What? You've been waiting so long, I'm tired. I got you. Well, that kind of is my outcome card, right? We've got the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is being sensitive. You're open, but sometimes a little bit moody, a little bit just like, but the Page of Cups also promises new emotional experiences. So, and heightened psychic abilities, I might add. So like new invitations could be coming. Someone could phone you up and ask you to come over, watch a movie or go to a movie or go to lunch or something like that. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wise Counselor. So this is the Hierophant card in the traditional tarot. Okay. This is about beliefs and where do I fit in and following the rules. And that's where I sort of got the vibe from between the Two of Cups and this card here, that it's a person that that whenever you talk to them, you're just like, oh my God, really? Does that make sense? What I'm saying? So we've got Know Your Worth. And I love this. So know your worth when you're doing that meditative, rejuvenative, cleansing, clarity, focus kind of vibe with this Wise Counselor. You do what serves you best. You don't have to answer to anyone else. You answer to you, right? Now we have you're going to love this one. Now we have you are very close to achieving your goal. Right? Now, if it's about a relationship, you've got the Page of Cups coming out saying that you're going to be receiving an invitation, a new emotional experience. And you've got the Two of Cups, which can be two people coming together in a relationship, right? If it's not about a relationship and it's just about life in general, whatever your goal might be, you have got the Seven of Pentacles, asking you to just be patient. It's coming, right? You've got the Page of Cups saying that you are having this sort of new emotional experience. So while this patience is riding out, while you're waiting for your goal to manifest, celebrate it. Celebrate it. Have fun with it. Get excited. Think about all the things that you could do. Think about all the places that you could go, all the people you're going to call up and say, hey, guess what? Right? That's what the Two of Cups is. It's about that feeling, right? Two of Cups is about the feeling. You don't give up with the Two of Cups. It's about unexpected gifts. So really, this whole thing, this whole reading for you is about patience and believing in yourself, believing that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to as long as you are patient enough to get there. And that's okay. You've been very emotional. Because you got a lot of water. I mean, you got the Two of Cups, you got the Page of Cups, right? So I'm not surprised to hear that you've been emotional. And that's okay when you get emotional, right? I mean, think about this for a second, right? If you guys watched the Sunday Oracle message, it came out in Sunday Oracle message today, right? Scorpios are water signs. Water signs are emotions. We are in the sign of Scorpio. Emotions are going to happen, right? What do they say about having a good cry? What do they say about that? They say that what? It cleanses us, right? You release the cry and all of a sudden you feel better. Instantly. Pick me up. What do we say when we say we want someone to cleanse? We think that you need to cleanse. Oftentimes we say, go stand in the shower, watch your emotions roll down the drain, have a good cry in the shower, they go down the drain. You take a moon bath, you drink moon water, right? You listen to the sound of the waves at night when the sound machine, it puts you to sleep. You listen to the water fountain. It just makes you feel all serene and calm and zen, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying, because I don't know what the emotional is for anyone, but if you're experiencing let yourself experience the emotion. And I'm not saying that any of you are saying that you're not. I'm just saying, like, don't be afraid of it. Experience the emotion, right? I cried. I did it, whatever. And then journal, right? Grab a grounding stone like a hematite or a smoky quartz and, sit there and ground yourself after the emotional situation and be like, it's okay. It's okay. Because when I'm being emotional, I'm releasing. I'm not holding on to that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Lisa, 100%. Right there with you. I did that for years. I'm sure I told you guys that story. I started walking and I would go from goalpost to goalpost in a soccer field. And I would just like, and another thing, blah, blah, blah. I was talking to myself the whole entire time. But it gets it out of you, right? And the more I said, the further I walked, it seemed. I should probably do that again. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that resonates. Hope it makes sense. I appreciate you asking the question. Now we will go to Miss Liz, who says, may I have a reading from guides on how to release previous life illnesses brought into this one? That's a super, super interesting card. Or question, I should say. Now, we are doing full moon or new moon readings tonight, Liz, so I'm going to sort of stick to the cards that I have to give this reading to you. And hopefully you find some of this information helpful. You're very welcome. And I just want to say that we have Jessica Lynn, Kristen Louise, Scorpio Mama, and Fleck left. You know what I think is really, really great is that, hi, Debbie, is that you have all of these people in the chat, Lisa, like cheering you on. You know, I think that's great. Not that you're the only one. Other people have been cheering other people on too, but I think that's the best part, right? Knowing that we're not alone. My mama always said we're stronger together, and I firmly, firmly believe that. Miss Liz. What does Miss Liz need to know? Interesting cards. Wow. Got awesome cards. Okay. I just noticed I wasn't chewing any gum. Did you guys notice? No gum? Mm-hmm. That's a good sign, friends. Okay. So, Liz, we start with justice. So the justice card is either about karma, it's about truth, it's about bringing things into balance, can be about the law, obviously, like legal matters. But it's usually about like doing something that makes you feel like you've corrected your equilibrium. Well, like you're putting your scales back into balance. That's your energy coming into this reading, right? You've got the Two of Swords next to that. So some indecision, some crossroads, some procrastination. So you're either, and with this card, you're either not willing to, or you just feel like you can't make a decision, right? You're unable to, or you're not. You're just like, nope, not doing it. So there could be some procrastination that was happening there. Could even be like overanalyzing a situation. Okay. Next to that, and in a very odd way, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card in your challenge position. The Ten of Pentacles is the happy home card, right? The security, the safety, the solid foundation that you have at home. Something at home is not making you feel safe, happy, and or secure. Now, when I say at home, I don't necessarily mean your physical home. I mean something like family. Something in the family unit is making you feel like, oh, I don't know. And I almost feel like, I mean, it's so weird to me. Like you have good cards, but yet you've got the Tower card at the end as your outcome. So the Tower card is literally a transformation, right? It is a change that's quick and sort of sometimes make you feel like you're being thrown off your solid foundation. So it's significant, but I think it has to do with this Two of Swords, this putting it off, not making a decision, not being able to make a decision. And now it's just here. And now it's going to force you to make the decision. The universe has decided for you, it's going to do this. Now, bye, Rose. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. You have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. It's beautiful energy, right? This is like abundance and good fortune and exciting sort of opportunities ahead. And then you've got this oracle card here, which shows the justice scales. Look at that, the justice scales. And this, can you see this? A win-win outcome is forecast. So something is coming towards you that is making you feel like you have restored your equilibrium, that you are like right side of right. You know what I mean? That you've sort of won something. What's super interesting to me is this next card, which is confidence. Now, if you look at her wings, like the wings, right? The scales, you've got the scales and you've got the wings. That's not an accident that you've got all these things that do this. So I sort of feel like you might feel like you're walking a tightrope lately, right? And that's why that Ten of Pentacles card is coming out. Now, I know that you asked a specific question, but this is a new moon reading. So I got to stick within the parameters, right? But I feel like if you are procrastinating or putting something off or not quite ready to grab a hold of something yet, that's totally okay, by the way. That's totally okay. In terms of like, I choose me, I choose this, I choose now, right? I'm ready to go this time. And I know that we've talked about this before. That's okay. I think that the universe is going to do this for you. The universe is going to give you a little nudge, a little push in the direction that you need to go so that you can see that you do have room to grow. Because I think you feel like you don't. You know what I mean? And you literally just said as much in the chat. Right? That your head on the pillow keeps me stuck no matter how much I try to heal and move ahead. And as much as I appreciate where you're coming from and appreciate and respect your situation, I can only tell you what the cards are telling me, right? This is what I've got for you. Something is coming your way, and if you accept it, it could help to push you forward just a little bit. So that's what I got for you. Okay. So now we're going to go to Miss Kristen. And put my cards back. Alrighty. Miss Kristen. So now I'm going to ask the 13 people that are here, and I appreciate you being here. Whoops, someone just left, so that makes 12. You want to help this channel, you want to help me, I would appreciate it, and here's how you can do it. The next time that you see me going live or you get the notification, go on your social media and share the live with your friends and let them know that we're live so that they can tune in too. Because I don't know what YouTube is doing, and I'm going to say that it's YouTube. Last month, I want to get the number right. Bear with me, friends. Bear with me. Did I delete it? Okay. Now I'm gonna share this with you guys, okay? And I don't normally do things like this. Kristen, I apologize. I'm just gonna. Bye, Lisa. Have a good night. I'm just gonna take this down for just a second. I just want to share this, okay? Because this is important to me. So this is from my email. Okay, can you guys see that? You guys let me know if you can see that on my screen. Okay. So, in the month of last month, so I guess that's October, I had 15.3 thousand minutes watched. 15.3 thousand minutes. That's that's crazy. That's amazing. 15.3 thousand minutes. I had 1,841 total views in a month. Again, outstanding. And 0 subscribers. This is like the 3rd month in a row that this has been what I have received in my you get these like every month from YouTube. Now, I am not one to complain. We get what we get, but I am putting in the work. I'm putting in the effort. Clearly, people are watching, but for whatever reason, the subscribing is not happening. So, I don't know if it's the algorithm. I don't know if people are just not impressed. People don't like what I do. I don't know what it is. But for the people that do enjoy the content here, if you think that a friend would enjoy the content as well, if you would be kind enough to share it with your friends, I would be very grateful. Because that, I have to be honest, hurts like you know what. When you're trying so hard and you just can't make things shift, it's hard. So I would appreciate the support and the assistance. All right, back to Miss Kristen. Wow, there's, you see those just like ding, 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 ding. Oh, I love Spirit so much. Love Spirit. Okay. Oh, thanks, Fleck. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, we start out with the Emperor card. Kristen. So coming in from the past, taking charge, leadership role, being very structured and organized. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. So giving and receiving, being charitable, being kind, building connections within a community. I don't know why I often think of, you guys watch Cash Peters, you know, when he does that exercise, when he does like the thumb thing, you know, this thing here with the energy thing, I often think of the Six of Pentacles like that, like one hand holding another hand, and you know, the connection is very strong. So building that kind of connection. Now, what's interesting is that you've got the Five of Wands coming out here. So this is conflict. This is, you know, drama and sometimes feeling competition. So I don't know if at work you feel some sense of like, oh gosh, these people are always out to, like, you know, ruin everything that I'm doing, right? Like they're not sabotagey, just like, you know, like giving you the side eye kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that kind of vibe. Now, what's interesting is right next to that, and I didn't choose these. You've seen they all went ding, 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 right? What's interesting is we've got the Three of Cups here. So this is joy. This is blessings. This is your support network, right? Your besties. So the fact that you've got these two cards next to each other is super interesting to me. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be conflict. It could be competition, right? And remember that competition doesn't necessarily have to show its face. It could be competition like you stopping yourself, right? Or it could be outside competition. We've got the Six of Swords coming here as the outcome card, right? Moving away from a storm to a sort of softer sort of shore, a smoother landing, if you will. I feel very much like you were in control. Everything was like good, and everything was going according to plan. And then, whoa, hold on a minute. I feel like I just like stood on a banana peel. But it was a very short blip, and now I'm coming back. But it hurt you. Like it hurt you. It affected you on the inside. We've got the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is what's making me say that it hurt you. Okay. The Five of Cups. What I always say as the you know, the crying over spilt milk card, right? And can we focus on the two cups that are still upright, or do we just always focus on the three cups that have been knocked over? So there's an opportunity here to turn this conflict into joy, right? It's almost like keeping your enemies closer kind of thing, you know what I mean? And I don't mean that they're enemies, because I don't feel that vibe, but I just feel that they might be like a little bit judgy, or like think that they're better than you in some way, right? So bring these people closer together so that you can sort of like keep your eye on them, right? And once you sort of like get to know them and let them know the real you, they're gonna like love you, and then everything's gonna start to like fall into place. Okay. We've got here, reveal what needs to be seen. Okay. And then we've got this moon in Sagittarius with discovery and freedom and adventure, which to me sounds like your trip that you're going on. But the freedom and the adventure is the freedom and the adventure from this conflict, right? You've got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. So freeing yourself from that, whether it's doubt from yourself, doubt from other people, doubt that is just created, you know, in general from everyday chaos in life, You know, you're standing in the lunchroom and you overhear someone say that they, you know, they believe in this, and you're like, oh my God, that's like, you know, my trigger kind of thing. Like, and all of a sudden there's like a boundary that has been crossed, and like nobody did anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that kind of vibe. It doesn't seem intentional. Does that make sense? So that's what I got for you. Reveal what needs to be seen. And once you reveal that and sort of allow yourself to see it in a positive light, then you are able to feel more free. That's what I got. Okay. Miss Jessica Lynn, you are up next, and then we will do Scorpio Mama and Fleck. I need a new drink. Let me put my order in. Bear with me. You're welcome, Kristen. I hope that helped. Shoot. I'm texting the wrong person to bring me a drink. I'm parched, as they say. Okay. Let's go with these guys here. We haven't used these guys yet tonight. And this is for Miss Jessica. I haven't had dinner yet. It's been a very busy day. I've sat here all day, pretty much. A very busy day. But I feel good because I've got lots accomplished. So that makes me happy. Jessica Lynn is here. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm parched. Yes, I'm still alive. You gonna say hi to everybody? You guys got a hand. How nice. Sorry, I'm so parched. Okay. Woo, lots of air for you, Jessica. Pardon me, my nose is itchy. What does that mean when your nose is itchy? My mom always said it means you're going to kiss a fool. It's probably not true. I told you guys I'm goofy. All right, one more for Miss Jessica, and we are ready to go. All right. Reorganize myself. Oh, my hair. Okay. So we start out, Jessica, with the Knight of Air. All right. This beautiful sort of like determined and focused and motivated kind of energy, right? Like going after something. You got your eye on the prize. No one's going to sort of like distract you from it or detract you from it, right? Detour you from the mission. That's the energy that that's coming into this reading. Now, sometimes the Knight of Air can be a little bit like defensive if somebody gets in your way, like, you know, if someone decided that they wanted you to let them in, you know, you're driving down the highway and all of a sudden, you know, it's down to one lane and someone's like, hey, let me in. After you just seen them drive up the shoulder, you're like, hey, get in line, buddy. It's that kind of vibe. Next to that, you've got the Two of Air. Crossroads, indecision, confusion, procrastination. Sometimes it's just avoiding, right? Like when we don't make a decision, it makes the decision itself seem so much bigger than it really is, right? When we are intentionally putting it off. It's kind of like, nope, there's nothing here to see. It's kind of like that vibe. Now we've got the Nine of Air in your challenge position. And so the challenge here with this is to not let whatever it is that you might be procrastinating on, or whatever you're not sort of picking a decision about, or, you know, sort of owning the decision, to not let that sort of fester. Because when we don't make the decisions, when we procrastinate, we just make it harder, like I said, right? That creates all kinds of anxiety, all kinds of stress, whether we are conscious of it or we're not. So be careful not to do that to yourself, right? You just don't want to cause yourself extra worry, right? The outcome card is the Page of Air, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is all about standing in your truth, right? Owning it. Even if you need to be a little on the outspoken side, you're going to honor yourself and stand up for yourself, for anyone, right? Which to me means that you're going to find your voice through this thing, and you're just going to embrace it, whatever this obstacle, challenging decision thing is that's in your way. You're going to find your voice. Okay. Now on the bottom of the deck, lovely, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Luck, progress, change. It's about learning the lessons, implementing the lessons so that you continue to grow, right, and move forward. If we don't implement those lessons, if we just go, oh, we got whatever, you know, well, it's nothing here to see, folks. You just feel like you're spinning your wheels. You're not really like moving anywhere, right? And I sort of feel like you might feel like that right now, like, whoa. You have oracle cards here. We have Courage. Look at that. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card. Courage. I just had this conversation with someone earlier today. I want you to think about, like tomorrow when we're doing our new moon stuff, I want you to journal or to reflect, or when you're setting your intentions, I want you to really think about whatever this Two of Swords is to you. I want you to think about what is the worst possible thing that could happen if I make this decision. And then go from there. Because chances are, if you make the worst possible decision, you're going to be okay. And you just try something different or try it again, right? And I don't mean to dumb it down, but sometimes when we take the thing that is like, ooh, and we break it down into small sort of bite-sized pieces, somehow it doesn't seem as big and ooh as it once was, right? So just a suggestion when you're doing your stuff tomorrow, okay? The next card that I got for you is New Moon in Leo and Shine. So you've got Courage and Shine. Don't let this thing, whatever this thing is, don't let this thing stop you or take you down or make you like miserable or take, no, heck no, 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 no. Girlfriend, you stand in your truth, right? You make this wheel spin like on Wheel of Fortune, right? You shine your light by tapping into that inner strength and that inner perseverance, that inner courage. You can get through it. You got all of us. We're on your side. Spirit's on your side. You got this. You got this. That's what I got for you, Jessica. I hope that helps, my friend. Night, Linda. Thank you so much for being here. Night, Rossi. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jessica Lynn, for asking the question. Scorpio Mama is up next, and then we will do Fleck, and then I will say goodnight. All right. We'll put those away. Oh, you're very welcome, Jessica. I'm glad that it makes sense and it helps. Man, this is like some kind of theme card. Holy moly. Bye, Fleck. Oh, you want me? Okay. Thank you. If you pop in next time, Fleck, I'll get you. I promise. Okay. Oracle cards for Scorpio Mama. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So we start out with when I literally when I said that there's like a theme card, Two of Swords. Now, this is the energy coming into this reading. So this is like something that you have been sort of like possibly avoiding or putting off, or just like a general sort of feeling that you're a little bit like, oh, I'm unsure about what I should do or where I should be going, like that kind of vibe. You've got the Chariot coming out next. Yes, I know. I am getting tired. The Chariot is about things moving quickly. It's about success. It can be about travel. It's about your willpower. It's about blending energies together. Sort of bringing things balanced or back into balance, right? Because of course the Chariot's like all bumpy along the road as it flies, right? And it's about trying to make that ride a little bit smoother, right? So if there was a decision that we didn't make or something that we were trying to avoid, now we're just trying to make everything go back to the way that it used to be, right? Like make the ride less bumpy, literally. We've got the Page of Cups in the challenge position. The Page of Cups is about being sensitive. It's about being open-hearted. It's about like sort of heightened psychic abilities. So if there is some kind of intuitional kind of vibes that you're getting from certain situations or certain people, you may feel a little bit sensitive right? And so you'll not want to react, right? You will want to think before you speak, or before you not cast judgment negative way, but just like assume that they must be mad at me, right? Like that. So just be know about that. The last card that you have is the Four of Wands, which is beautiful, right? This is hanging out with your family, celebrations, it's joy, it's blessings, it's good news, like a reason to celebrate, right? I'm going to hang out with your soul tribe. It's also, which, and I love this vibe about this card. It's also just like a feeling of like peace and sort of contentment in your life. Who doesn't want that? That's beautiful, right? You've got the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and the Page of Wands is all about taking inspired action, right? They're enthusiastic and they're charismatic and they are creative, and they're very creative, and so they want to tap into that energy to use it not as a mask, but as a way of dealing with things, right? So you know how some people, when they get upset, they eat. Some people, when they get upset or when they get stressed, they clean. Well, some people get creative. And this is kind of like that energy right now. So I don't know if you're feeling like you want to take a course, or you want to do something, you want to draw, you want to pick up a craft or a hobby or something that you once did. All of a sudden you're just like, ooh, I want to do that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And the reason why you want to do that is because you're trying, it's like you're sitting here and you're like, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. I don't know that you fully believe everything is okay, but you're telling yourself everything is okay. And so you're doing all of these things to make everything feel like they're okay. That's the vibe I'm getting. And I hope that makes sense, right? So the next card that I've got is Find Balance. So you're trying to find that balance. You're trying to put things together. But again, I sort of feel like it's almost like you're, I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say. It is one of two things that I'm getting. You are either like pretending that everything is fine to convince everyone else. It's like I'm convincing everyone else, and I will be convinced once they're convinced. You know what I mean? Not putting on a brave face necessarily, but just like everything's fine. There's nothing to see here. And if I believe that, then that'll just be the way that it is. Or you're trying so hard to find that balance that you're just like, it's like a kid in the store where they're grabbing all the things off the shelf and throwing it all into the basket, right? And mom gets up to the checkout. She's like, oh my God, where'd all this stuff come from? So I sort of feel like we're trying to do things to make ourselves happy, feel good. We're not really thinking about what it is that we want or what we're doing or what we're trying. We're just grabbing something off the shelf real quick, trying it. And if it doesn't make us instantly, no, next. The second card that I've got here is Your Dreams Need a Practical Plan. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to project my personal experiences on you, but I can relate to what I just said very well. I went through both of those stages, right? Where I convinced myself and everyone else that everything was fine. There's nothing to see here, friends. Everything's okay. And then I was on that mission to be happy. So I was on the happy mission first, and then I was trying to convince myself that I was not feeling the way that I was feeling, right? Or you just sort of paste that smile on your face and you're just like very robotic going, yep, everything's great. Hi. Right? Tomorrow for this new moon for you, I would seriously, seriously suggest that you take a moment and do some self reflection and think about all of the wonderful blessings that you have around you, things where you could find unexpected joy, such as you come home from work or come in the house, whatever the kids, whatever the case may be, and the pets are at the door, right? The tails are wagging or the meowing or they're barking or the whatever, right? The cat jumps up in your lap and gets all cozy and sits down, and all of a sudden you just feel warm and just embraced and loved, right? Okay, that makes total sense, Scorpio Mom. I'm just like tuning into what you're saying. Yep, that makes total sense. And I can see that you're totally trying. I can see that you're totally trying, right? You mentioned separated from my kid's father. So I don't know how old your kiddos are, but your kids, watching your kids do whatever, play a sport, play a game, sing a song, whatever, dance around the living room. I mean, it brings you, lifts you up, create a meal for them, something that they really, really love and that they really enjoy, and sort of watching them like dive in and dig in and enjoy it. And while you're laughing and sharing stories at the table, it's unexpected moments like that can totally bring everything to a full stop and go, you know what? I get it. I don't know that I've ever shared this before. I'm sure that I have. I had a therapist when I was first diagnosed. My first therapist said to me, like conversation one, "What makes you happy, Kelly?" This always makes me cry. I didn't know. I think the saddest thing about that conversation is that I didn't know what made me happy. And anything that I thought of, she said it didn't count because it wasn't about me. Everything I was saying was about me and another person, me and my mom, me and my dad, me and my husband, me and my sister, right? Me and other people. I couldn't think of one thing that just made me happy. That instilled and ignited so much anxiety in me and so much panic that I was never going to be happy again. Because clearly I didn't know how to be happy because my therapist just told me that. For the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I was on a mission to find my happy, no matter what cost, no matter who got in my way. Never found it. Never found it. About 8 months ago, I was doing a reading on this channel. I do what I call like my journal entry. I've always considered the channel like a virtual journal log, and I was doing a reading based on a journal entry that I had done, and I wanted to share it because I thought that it seemed important to me to share, right? And I started talking about this whole thing. I was writing in my journal about Contentment. Happy was never my word. Contentment was my word. Contentment was how I would say that's how I felt and what I missed so much after my anxiety diagnosis. I missed that level of contentment in my life that I had had for so long. And I was sitting here writing in the journal, filming it, doing whatever I was doing, and all of a sudden it hit me. I have been trying, and this, like, it makes me sad, makes me cry. Like this, these are sad tears, but also mixed in with happy tears. And I will explain once I get there. So I just don't want anyone to be confused why I'm emotional. All of a sudden I realized that the very thing that I have been searching for since 2012, I already had. I already found it. But I was so focused on a thing, a reaction, that would just, and I would be fine. You know, my light switch would pop on, my faucet would turn on, and everything would be okay. There was so much wrong with that thought process. And when I tell you that I felt like I was killing myself trying, I literally mean, like, I feel like I was killing myself trying so hard to be happy. Happy isn't in this, you know, it's not here. It's in here. And if you look for it, sometimes you can't find it because you don't know what you're looking for. How do you know what you're missing if you don't know that you're missing it, right? It's the reverse of that. I'm missing this thing. I don't know what it looks like. I have no idea. How the heck am I ever supposed to find it? I don't even know what is it going to do when I find it? Is it going to jump out and yell at me? Is suddenly my life going to be like, woo? No. It was so much deeper than finding my happy. It wasn't about that. It was that on Tuesday my life made sense and on Wednesday it didn't. And I didn't know how to make it make sense. And because one person said that to me, they sent me on a 12-year mission that nearly destroyed me. I'm happy to report that I won. I found it. So be very careful when you say to yourself, I don't know how to be happy. Or I want to be happy, or I don't want to be happy, or whatever. Right? And the only reason that I share that with you is because I understand that place of like, oh my God, like I don't know what, I just don't know what to do. I've tried literally everything and nothing's doing it. The reason why nothing's doing it is because you're so hurt, right? You're trying so hard to make the hurt go away and to replace it with just, oh God, just want to feel happy for like 5 minutes. Then everything can go back the way it was and I'll be fine. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that kind of feeling. But like you try that and it doesn't work, and 5 minutes later you're trying something else, and 10 minutes later you don't give anything a chance. And because you're wearing that suit of armor that you, whether you're aware of it or not, to protect yourself from all the pain that you've gone through, you wouldn't know happy if it walked up and sat beside you. You know? And that's not intentional, of course. That's not on purpose. It's like a defense mechanism that I think that all of us have when we get hurt, when we get wounded. I mean, it's a very common feeling when you are going through grief, for example, when you're going through like an actual loss of a person or a loved one, a pet, that you're afraid to be happy afterwards for fear that other people might be like, hey, how come you're smiling? You're not supposed to smile. You lost somebody. Right? So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling stuck, if you've gone through a situation that sucks, that was horrible, that was awful, own it. Own it. It sucked. It was awful. It was horrible. But you know what? I'm strong. I believe in spirit. I know that spirit is watching over me, right? I am going to release that negativity out into the universe because I've done my part. I've done the work, friend. I've grieved. I've cried. I've done my job. I will continue to do that work, but I've done my job. I'm going to release that out into the universe, and I am going to accept and ask for joy to be sent my way. That's what I'm going to do. And I will find my own feelings of contentment. I will do things that make me happy, whether that means putting on makeup, putting on a yellow sweater, a pink bra, frilly socks, crazy underwear, whatever, cooking a meal for my family, shoveling my neighbor's driveway with snow, planting a garden, going for a walk to the park or to the beach, walking my neighbor's dog because I don't have one and I've always wanted one, whatever it might be. Yes, what Kristen said right there. We are greater than the bad things that have happened to us. I know that this may sound like kind of a crazy analogy. And I love a good analogy. I'm all about the analogies. But it's sort of like this. You ever lost your keys? Like 5 minutes ago, or lost your glasses. Like 5 minutes ago, they were right there. They were in my hand. And now I have searched. I've run back and forth and all over and I can't find them. They're gone. Someone has moved my keys. The dog ate my keys. I can't find my keys. We've all been there, right? But if we sit down and just sort of think about it and go, okay. Or we sit down and distract ourselves and then we go find our keys, they're like exactly where we left them. There's so much going on up here, so much chaos, so much like confusion that you can't see the forest for the trees in some cases. And that was my case. I couldn't see what was right in front of me because I was trying so hard to achieve this unrealistic, crazy goal that I had to prove that I was happy to someone. Mostly myself, right? So, I hope that little soapbox helped somebody, but and I don't even know. I mean, it was because of what Scorpio Mama said about I'm trying to be happy. It used to. I have to say this too. It still does. It still does trigger me a little bit. I'm better now, but it triggered me a lot in the beginning. Not so much now. When people would say to you, like, this is the choice. You choose to be happy. And I used to get so upset. I would say, like, in my head or out loud, depending on who it was, like, do you honestly think that I would choose to live like this, to be like this, like miserable and upset and panicked and like fearful of like walking out of my own house? Like, who would choose that? But the truth is, it is a choice. I wasn't ready to hear that yet because I didn't know what to do with that information. I needed to understand that the choice was mine, meaning that I had control and power over my mind and my heart, and allowing myself to believe that I had the choice and the power to make myself more whatever, more happy, more compassionate, more empathetic, more grateful, more blessed, whatever. What are you saying, Fleck? I know one thing: if Lisa Foster goes after me one time, I'm not going to laugh it off anymore. We don't know each other. I don't know what you're talking about. Send me an email, Fleck, because I'm not sure what you're referring to, hon. I'm sorry if you've had a negative experience. I was on my soapbox. I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, so all I'm trying to get to the point that I'm trying to get to, when Scorpio Mama said that about the happy, I hope that little thing that I just shared helps in some sort of way. I understand that place of like, can this just, like, anytime you want to stop and let me off the ride, I would be happy to do that, and feeling like you're trying so hard and you just can't get a break, right? That things just don't like sort of like line up or gel. Have patience, have faith, like have patience in yourself, have faith in the universe, and ask your guides for help and for guidance and for clarity. And my best friend, while I was doing this, I was doing mirror work. And if you're unsure about mirror work, I'm happy to show you, but there's also a couple of examples on my channel of mirror work. If you just look it up under the little magnifying glass, when you go to my page, there's magnifying glass, just type in mirror work. There's 2 videos where it's just a sample of me doing mirror work. It's like 15 minutes or something. And that's literally how I stopped having panic attacks, is doing mirror work, although that's not what it's intended for, but that's what I did, or that was my outcome. And journaling. Those were my 2 best friends. So I just want to say in closing, like, until you're ready, or until you are aware that you have the power to make that choice, because sometimes you just don't know, right? It's like forgiveness for me. Many of you know me from when I was in the chats way before I had a channel, right? And if you happen to be in the chat with me and Heart and Soul Connected that day that Scott Allen from Spiritual Essence was on with Ali, and they were talking about forgiveness, and I asked the question, like, how could someone just tell me how to do it, and thank you, and I'll be on my way, right? It's like I bought furniture that needed to be assembled, but there was no instructions. That's how I felt. I didn't know how. And he took the time, and Ali did as well, to talk and to express and explain. And like 3 weeks later, I started my channel and I did a forgiveness ceremony out there, and it was life-changing, because I felt for the first time that I literally felt like a weight lifted off of my shoulders. And the point is, it wasn't because no one ever explained it to me before. It's because I wasn't ready to listen and then apply what they said, because I was all in my own stuff. Like I could not see the forest for the trees. And that's no one's fault. That's not a fault thing. I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. I can't be mad at that. That was my way of protecting myself. I can't be mad at that. You know? So always be kind to yourself. Always make sure that you incorporate some sort of self-care, to amp up your inner sort of happiness inside of you. Journal your feelings out, because it provides room for focus and clear thinking about other things that could be more important. And don't beat yourself up. Look for happy and joy and grateful and blessings all around you. Right? Walk outside and look on the ground and see the little insects and the chipmunks and the squirrels. They're all like, collecting all their acorns and their walnuts right now. And, birds are making nests and stuff, and the geese are flying south, and all kinds of beautiful blessings happening all around us. If we can see it, they're there. They're there. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Teresa. No, we're actually 2 hours and 6 minutes in, so we're done. Well, I will definitely check that out, Fleck. That's not okay, and I'm sorry that happened. I'm glad it helped, Scorpio Mama. I hope you didn't feel like I hijacked your reading in any way. Got to exercise your muscle, Teresa. Every here, and I want to say this, right? Because this is something that I've been thinking about talking about for a while. This hearing my guides. Everybody's connection to spirit is different from the next person, right? No two people's experience is the same, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't want my experience to be the same. I want my experience to be unique. I want mine to be special. And I'm not saying that that's why you're asking the question. That just made me think of the fact that I wanted to say that. Just because some people say that they know their guides' names, or, that one wears a red suit and that one wears, yellow flip-flops, or whatever the case may be, that doesn't mean that that's the only way that it can be done. Lots of people don't know who their guides are, don't hear them, right? There's many a psychic and many a medium that do not communicate or connect with spirit in that way. That does not make you better than or less than anybody else. Your connection is your connection. But there is lots of things that you can do to exercise your third eye and work on exercising that muscle. And you should work on that muscle on a consistent and consecutive basis, right? To continue to, always be working at it, always improving it, working with it, if that makes sense. Oh, hell, we're here for a good time. I'm just going to have a smoke now, have the rest of my pop. And then I'll go. I'm crazy, sorry. That's funny, Fleck. Thought there was a 1-800 number. I'm sure there probably is a 1-800 number somewhere. I don't know about dialing it though. Oh, thank you, Scorpio Mama. I'm glad that you. I'm glad that it helped, and I'm glad that you felt that way. Oh my God, so thirsty. Yeah, no, there's all kinds of ways to connect with spirit. And I mean, lots of people connect with spirit in a similar way, but I would like to think that everybody's connection is individual and unique and special, right? The joke went over your head. Yeah, no, there's lots of ways to connect, and sometimes when we when we do these, I know that when I first came to the, I'll say this. When I first came to this community, again, as a chatter, knowing nothing about anything, had no like spiritual practice or understanding to speak of, I would hear, the different chats I would go into. It was like after a while, not right away, but after a while, it was like people were saying all the same. It's like the keywords, right? Like, letting go and enlightenment and ascension and, alignment. And I was like, what? Like it was like a special vocabulary that I wasn't aware of. And I thought to myself after a while, like, I can't be the only one that is hearing these words all the time, but am not quite certain I know. Like, I think I know what they mean, but I'm not quite sure. Like the forgiveness thing, right? It's easy for me to tell you, oh, this card says you need to forgive. So you need to work on that. It's great. How does that help you? If you don't know what forgiveness means, if you are in a situation where you are distraught, you are upset, you're dealing with a past pain, and you need to let something go, you need to release a burden, right? You need to like move on. How do you do it? How do you do it? Because if you knew how to do it, you wouldn't be in here asking about how I do it, right? So that's all I'm saying is when I was a chatter back in the day in the community, I would hear people tell the same words all over and over and over and over, and I'd be like, wow, is there like a dictionary or something that we can pull up? So when I started my channel, we did a show. We had Ali and I did it. I did it on the Ali show on Ali's channel. And Adrian from Red Lentil Healing and Sonia Mainley from the Soul Sisters joined us and helped sort of fill in the blanks of some words that we all hear, just to give like an understanding, right? So people could have sort of like a grasp of like what it is that we mean when we say these things, in a way to inform, right? Because we say stuff. Teresa says, sometimes I get a voice in my ear, but not all the time. And then she says, I meditate, I align my chakras, I decord, don't know where to go from there. I've actually never been on Linda G's channel. Linda G's been here, but no, I know what you mean, and I thank you for being here. That's very kind of you. So in terms of like you communicating with spirit or connecting with spirit, you don't know where to go from there to decord? Like, do you mean like in a, and when I say this, I'm not trying to be smart. Like, are you trying to work on like mediumship or psychic abilities, or are you just sort of trying to like test out your intuition, or do you legit like want to have a conversation with spirit in your ear? Because I don't hear that at all. Spirit doesn't speak to me. That sounded so bad and so funny to me when I said that out loud. Of course spirit speaks to me, but not like audibly in my ear is what I'm. Yeah. Of course spirit speaks to me, but not like that. So I would suggest to you, Teresa, to try some exercises to sort of like keep working that muscle, right? So tune in, tap in. Do you know what I mean? So watch some of the medium shows, right? Like Linda or Mel or Susan Lynn or Kim and two of you when you're watching, right? And hear the question. Maybe have them on mute, so you're not hearing what they're saying, but you can read the question is put up on the screen, right? and try to tune in and see what you get. There's lots of things going on in the world that you could ask to communicate with spirit about, to help you, to advise you, right? You got to work on that muscle. And it's really important that you sort of, like, whatever barrier you might have around you, that you sort of break that barrier down. And I don't mean protection barriers. I mean any kind of chaos going on in your life, any kind of, whatever. Now, I know you said you meditate and you align your chakras and you decor, which is great, but you really got to break down that. Working with a friend that also shares that same ability is helpful, to be able to work together to sort of bounce that energy back and forth. That is a very real thing. The psychic bounce, as they love to call it, that is a real thing as well. Spirit speaks to me through the cards, and I 100% believe that Spirit speaks to me through the cards. That is, I mean, I've proven that to myself more times than I can possibly state. I have tried mediumship a few times, and that has helped, and been validated and acknowledged that I was accurate. I remote viewed one time when I didn't even know how to remote view or what remote viewing even was. I don't really exercise that muscle too much. I have to be honest, because it's not that I'm not interested in it, but I feel that I'm supposed to be doing this, and so I focus on this at this moment. When I feel something really, really, like, really strongly, I have been known to like I'll feel like stuff like that's it. I kind of like, I'll feel hot, I'll feel cold, my ears go bright red, I start to cry, I feel sick, those kind of things, right? Well, that's great. I think that's wonderful that you do that, Teresa. And I agree with Fleck. Absolutely. The world does need peace right now. You're learning the cards. Also use pendulum. You've tried scrying, but can't see anything that way. And that's okay. You need to remember, like I said, right? There's a lot of people that do things in many, many different ways that can still achieve the same result, right? So you can't like sort of compare yourself to anybody else. Your connection is special to you, and it will develop naturally the way, you can always, I mean, you can try this. You can sit in a nice, sort of quiet space, preferably after you've meditated and sort of aligned yourself, and try to do some automatic writing. So you're going to tap in and tune into whoever you want to tune into, and just allow your hand to write whatever comes, right? Before you go to sleep, ask your guides, your team, to communicate with you. How can they help you to connect with them in a better way? And when you get up in the morning, or when you wake up, write it down. They will help you. They will hear you, and they will help you. They will hear you, and they will help you. All right. Who else has got a question? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm tired. Holy. But I'm here for chat if you guys want to chat for a little bit longer. And then I must go. I have to have something to eat. I don't know what that means, Teresa. I'm just smoking cigarettes. It's been such a busy day. Like, I feel like I'm just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a wet noodle. I feel like I've been going since I woke up. I feel like I haven't stopped. And I literally said to my husband tonight, or well, earlier this afternoon, that all I wanted to do was come to this is like my diva den, so to speak, right? I come back here and I got a TV over here and I just lay on the day bed with the kitty cats and I just wanted to like curl up with my with the cats and just watch like a Christmas movie or something, right? Or read a book. And then I was like, oh, but I said I was going live. And I'm like, I got to stop doing that on a Sunday because Sunday nights, I just want to like relax. Oh, thank you, Teresa. That's very kind of you. I send you love and light too. You know what? Oh, do I have any new decks? Is that a trick question? I got all kinds of new decks. Not like new, like recently. But I just ordered a new deck. It will be here on Wednesday, I think. Very excited about it. Very excited about it. You guys have seen pretty much all my new decks that I've got. I got the Spellcasting Oracle. Okay, so I'll show you the boxes, right? Recently. I mean, these aren't new, but like this is new to me. Mark, really? That's my husband, for anyone who doesn't know. So I got the Spellcasting Oracle. And I really like this deck. This is a good deck. I like it. I got like in the last, few months. Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians. Oh, ouch. The Sacred Medicine Oracle. And I got the Numerology deck, which I was a bit disappointed with, if I was being honest. I got the Spirit Messages. Whoops, upside down. The Spirit Messages Oracle. The Power of Love Activation deck. Got the Good Tarot. I got the... Oh, where is it? Ow, 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 ow. Got the Fifth Spirit Tarot. I'm not really resonating with this one at the moment, I have to be honest. And that happens sometimes. And then all of a sudden, like, just boom. Oh, and I got I got this one. I have this one. The Dragon Oracle cards. Mm-hmm. You've been reading The Call of Mary Magdalene? I heard about that deck. See, the deck, I mean, honestly, you guys, the decks in Canada are crazy. Like, they're crazy. Okay, like take this one, for example, right? So, Power of Love activation cards, okay? On the back of the box, right? $23.99 in the US, $31.99 in Canada. Like, that's a huge price difference. So, right? This one here, $22.99 in the US, $29.99 in Canada. This one is the same as that. This one, $26.99 in the US, $35.99 in Canada. And don't forget, if we're paying Canadian dollars, we also pay 13% in the province that I live in, 13% tax on top of the $35.99. Crazy. This one is $19.99 US and $25.99 Canada. Right? So when there's a sale like on Hay House, which I just recently even, found out about. Oh yeah, I went like hog wild crazy and ordered like 7 decks because I mean it's like so cheap compared to what like I normally buy, like $30 deck off of Amazon kind of thing, right? So. And I have a lot of decks. I mean, I think I have a lot of decks of cards, considering that, this, I didn't have any 2 years ago. Right? So. What are you? Oh, but yeah, no, we don't have pennies anymore. I mean, we have pennies, but we don't use the pennies. So if something is like, 93 cents, you give them 95 cents. Yeah, I've heard about Temu. I don't know anything about it. Like I said, I just bought a whole bunch of decks, like, I don't know, whatever it was, like 3-4 months ago. So I haven't been like looking at any decks or looking for any decks. But I did see one on Amazon the other day, so I had to do that. Oh, are they, Kristen? Interesting. So most of the decks are fake. That's interesting. I was ending this. I did end it. Oh, that's why they're so cheap. Got it. See, I have to be honest, because I'm in Canada. I like stay away from those kinds of, like, we have all kinds of those sites. When you listen, when a deck is like normally like $29 or $32 or $35, and all of a sudden it's like $7.99. Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna look at it, because I'm like, that's a scam. It's not legit. I mean, I'm just being honest, right? So 10 to 1, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Next. I wouldn't even entertain it. All right, we got to put our crystals on everything. We're going to put you away for a little bit. I can't find my boxes. Where are my boxes at? I would think it would be the publishing company, right? Whoever publishes those cards, right? The Rider-Waite. Like you have the you know, like the Hay House and the you know, like the Rockwell, those kind of publishing companies that sort of like mass market, and then you have like the independent places like Etsy where you can find stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. We had a little sprinkle a couple of nights ago. It was -4 last night, I think. It won't be long. It'll be snowing. It'll be snowing. It will be snowing. And I am here for it. I like the weather. I like the snow. Pretty soon we'll have snowmobiles going up and down our street like cars go up and down most streets. You go to our local coffee shop here and then there's a bunch of snowmobiles parked out the front. Not cars. And that's not a joke. I'm totally serious when I say that. When we first moved here, our new neighbor from across the street said to us, "Hey, do you guys have a snowblower?" And we're like, "A snowblower? No, we have an electric shovel. Why?" And they're like, "Well, last year the snow was as high as the shed, so you might want to invest." We were like, "Really? Wow. Okay." Yeah, she wasn't wrong. In case anyone was wondering, she wasn't wrong at all. It's like, oh my God. I mean, we're Canadians. We're used to it. You know, we deal with it all the time. But it was a lot of snow. I'm like, all right. Snow for the win. Oh, boom. All right. I have a whole bunch of crystals out that I've been charging up. See? On my plate. You are very welcome, Kristen. I hope you have a fabulous time on your trip. Can't wait to hear all about it when you come back. Have a good time in Italy, my darling. Oh, and I have one more deck to put away. I love that. I love that. All right, friends, I am going to call it a night. 2 hours and 33 minutes. I thank everybody for being here, for hanging out with me. I truly, truly, truly appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. But I must go. I have to have something to eat. There's little Miss Charlotte. Whoop. Charlotte. Charlotte. Say hello, baby. Say hi. Hello. Hi, Charlotte. You coming to visit? Come. This is Quincy's biological sister, believe it or not. Come, baby. Come. Come. Good girl. What are you doing? It's a pretty girl. Yes. Did you just wake up? You look like you just woke up. Yes. Oh, hello. Hello, darlings. Yes. It's my little Charlotte. Are you a pretty girl? Are you a pretty girl? Hmm? Are you a pretty girl? Yeah. I'm gorgeous, Mommy. I am so beautiful. Yes, I am. I'm a beautiful girl. Yeah, you beautiful girl. Oh, yeah, she wants some cuddles. So little Miss Charlotte is a cat. Like she's a total cat. She's got the attitude of a cat. She's got the personality of a cat. Oh, excuse me, I touched you. Sorry. And Austin is over here on the chair, which you guys can't see, sleeping. I don't know. Oh. Actually, that's not Austin. That's Quincy. I don't know where Austin's at. Probably out in the living room with Daddy and Rosie, which is exactly where I will be going momentarily. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the new moon readings. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great week if I don't see you. Yeah, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. So, I'm going to say goodnight. I wish you guys many blessings. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you when I see you next. Okay. Bye, everybody. Blessings.